For most of human history, the answer to how many planets was six: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Complete inventory. Nobody had any particular reason to think that was going to change. Then, on March 13th, 1781, a German-born musician in Bath, England, pointed a homemade telescope at the sky and quietly, almost accidentally, added a seventh. His name was William Herschel, and he had absolutely no idea what he'd just done. Herschel wasn't a professional astronomer. He was a composer obsessed with the night sky, obsessed enough to grind his own telescope mirrors by hand because he couldn't afford commercial instruments and figured he could do better anyway. He was right. By 1781, he'd built the finest reflector in the world, a musician's side project. You love to see it. He was running a routine sky survey when one object showed a disk instead of a point of light. Stars don't do that. His first note said comet, not a bad guess, but the orbit didn't fit. No tail, no wild elliptical path. When the math came back, a planet, sitting at twice Saturn's distance from the Sun, orbiting quietly and unseen for the entirety of human civilization. Let that land. Every astronomer going back to ancient Babylon had looked right at Uranus and missed it. It's technically visible to the naked eye. Ancient observers cataloged it as a faint star at least 20 times. They just didn't know what they were looking at. Herschel had better tools, disciplined eyes, and the honesty to follow the evidence. Same combination that made Galileo's discoveries stick. Same engine, different century. The naming fight was its own saga. Herschel wanted Georgium Sidus, the Georgian star, after King George III. The French were not interested in naming a planet after the British king. Shocking, I know. Johann Bode eventually made the case for Uranus, father of Saturn, consistent with every other planet's classical name. It stuck. Here's what the discovery actually meant. The solar system stopped being a closed book. If a seventh planet had been out there unseen for all of recorded history, what else was lurking? Neptune was predicted from Uranus's orbital wobbles and confirmed in 1846. Pluto in 1930. The Oort cloud beyond that. The whole cascade traces back to one night in Bath, one musician with a mirror he ground himself, noticing something didn't look right. We've only sent one spacecraft past Uranus, Voyager 2, in 1986. The planetary science community's top priority for the next flagship mission is a Uranus orbiter, potentially launching in the 2030s. Not bad for a comet that wasn't a comet. Stick around if this is your kind of thing. Drop a comment if you want to go deeper on Voyager 2 or what a Uranus flagship mission might look like. See you out there.